and my classmate too. And I have another friend, Sadiq Ojulari. Yeah, Sadiq Ojulari is a marketer and he's almost concluding his studies. I also have a very good friend, PC Lopez. He's a musician. Maybe he will have to give us a track or two. Yeah. And I also have a good friend too. Where is Salvage? Okay, get up. Thank you. Yeah, he's a student in FPT University. I also have a wonderful girl, my old girlfriend, Rita.
The artist,
yeah.
the singer.
Yeah, she just came in. Thank you for coming. Okay, I'll have to jump to the next section of the item. Can you take a look at the item? We'll go to the inaugural speech by the President of NIDOVN Vietnam, Engineer Awoms Henry. Thank you.
My inaugural speech. Your Excellency, Head of Missions, Nigerian Embassy in Vietnam, Mr. Sanusi Yahaya Yakubu. I do hope that everyone has a copy of this. Members of the diplomatic compound, Nigerian Embassy in Hanoi. Executive members of NIDOVN Vietnam. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great humility and highest sense of gratitude I stand here before you this afternoon to give my inaugural speech. And on behalf of Nigerian in Diaspora Organization Vietnam, I welcome you all. Thank you. In every country, culture, and tradition, as well as people's customs, there are three significant things that tends to bring people closer together in ceremonious manner like this. Those three things are: 1, the birth of a new child; 2, the unity of joining two people together, often referred to as marriage; and number 3, the burial of the dead, which is also referred to as funeral. In my speech today, I want to let you know the role of these three things in this organization called NIDOVN Vietnam. Firstly, the birth of a new child brings with it good tidings, great joy, high hopes, and new sense of responsibility to the family. And we are gathered here today to witness the birth of a new day, a new beginning, a new ray of hope, and a new thing of joy to all Nigerians, which consequently signifies renewal as well as change. We, the executives of this great association, and all Nigerians here in Vietnam, with great joy, gratitude, and great sense of responsibility, have accepted this new baby called NIDO, which sits right from the loins of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and duly recognized by our great embassy here in Hanoi, on whose umbrella we are gathered for this remarkable occasion today. Secondly, we are gathered here today to observe not the victory of an individuality, but a celebration of unity, a bonding together of two different cultures and people of different tribes. NIDO born and inaugurated today with the primary goal of demonstrating, ensuring, and fostering, right from the grassroots, peace and unity that has existed in our country, Nigeria, that even in the face of great challenges and political turmoils that have ravaged African nations, leaving some countries in serious disintegration, but my country, Nigeria, has remained resolute to peace and unity. Therefore, NIDO will, in all its effort and responsibility, characterize this peace and unity, ensuring good relationship between Nigerians and Vietnamese, We strongly believe that the coming together of this organization with the natives of this great country, Vietnam, through the grassroots collaboration, will set a new landmark between Nigeria and Vietnam, both in the areas of business and friendship. And already our people are gratefully taking advantage of Vietnam's warm hospitality. Some of us have Vietnamese wives and families, which I am one. And I assure you to expect more Nigerian and Vietnamese marriages soon. You might be wondering why I included the burial of the dead as one of the reasons we are gathered here today. Well, let me take you back a little to the history of NIDO worldwide. It is pertinent to note that NIDO was formed out of necessity in 2001, when Nigerians living abroad were the architects of progress, both locally and internationally. And there was no record in relation to these individuals or group of Nigerians who have achieved a great deal of accolades in the areas of science, medicine, technology, and business for the country they reside in, both home and abroad. There were no records of them or their achievements. However, there were Nigerian organizations that existed at that time in such countries that were formed only selfishly by individuals for personal gains and with main aims of extorting money from the members as their loyal subjects. But when the then president of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo, retired, took a tour around some countries and witnessed the great achievements of Nigerians abroad, he quickly advocated for the formation of Nigerians in Diaspora organization, NIDO. And in the very word of the then president, I quote, "The formation of this new organization is to eradicate, to see to the death and burial of all the selfish organizations that were created solely to serve their brothers and sisters of their hard-earned income. The facts cannot be overemphasized about the potential of an average Nigerians, which you know, we are gifted around, all around, and our gifts makes ways for us wherever we go. But when these gifts and potentials are not well harnessed, they become redundant and at the end useless. Our great head of missions and his team has stood their ground to say no more obscurity to Nigerians living in Vietnam, no more neglect to Nigerians doing great businesses and beautiful exploits in Vietnam. Time has come for Nigerians in Vietnam to be heard home and abroad. Our good potentials to be showcased back home and abroad. This is the reason our able head of missions and his team has thrown their weight behind this organization, NIDO, to see that our people here are heard and our good attributes are recognized. Hence, NIDO becomes the pivot of progress and the platform for recognitions for Nigerians doing good things in Vietnam. But aside these three things mentioned above, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I can equally tell you that our gathering here today for this inauguration is to bear witness to great initiatives and to affirm the promises we make to our people today of hope, change, and better days ahead. And to assure our hosts of our allegiance and commitment to peaceful coexistence and legitimate operation. Great Nigerians, a lot has happened in the past, and we are aware that many people here have been duped of their hard-earned income by agents back home and here in the name of procuring you visas and resident papers. They go as far as promising you juicy jobs, and at the end, many are here stranded. NIDO is working very hard to look into every disturbing issues and promptly without neglect to see how much we can do to ameliorate the suffering of the NIDOVNs here. We are also aware that some of us living here have great potentials and abilities. NIDO will try its best possible to find a footing and to put you through in the best direction. But please, my fellow citizens and distinguished guests, we are not saying that NIDO is here to perform magic or do miracles. All we are saying is that we have outlined some important issues and problems we have identified as serious threats and challenges to our comfort, success and progress here, which tends to be a priority as we kick off operations today. Having said all this, my fellow NIDOans, we, the great executives of NIDO, will be soliciting your cooperation and involvement and loyalty to work effectively together in oneness and accord to see that NIDO's goals are achieved in good time. We will not be inaugurated leaders to lord over you or to be your masters. We are here as your humble servants, and we intend to serve together with you. Therefore, we are open to your constructive criticism, and you can be rest assured that your good opinions will always count. Nigeria has been the giant and pride of Africa that exactly we wish to replicate here. And bearing in mind that every of our progress and achievement here has to transcend to a laudable reputation for our nation. Hence, as we pursue a great future here, we must not forget that we are visitors and we must respect and obey the laws of this land. Therefore, I stand here to say that NIDO will not be a protective shield for anybody who disrespects or fluents the laws of this land, Vietnam. NIDO will ever be ready to vouch for, defend, and protect every of its members here operating within the confines of the law, working to strike a giant stride and maintaining the pride of Africa and Nigeria. God bless the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Sit down.
Yeah, thank you so much to President of NIDO for that wonderful speech.